Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Darcy and this is Misadventures with Mixed Media, and today I am going to remember to plug in my microphone. Hold on. Sorry about that. I usually forget to do that. I put together this book today. This is my first time doing the signatures sewn in like this. And so I had some issues, especially when it came to getting, the holes right on the edge. So I tried to fix it the best I could, and I had some issues where this was loose, and so I tried to tighten it and undo it, and then it broke, and right now it's staying in there. So I've glued these in as well so that they'll stay in. So now that it's together, I can play with it. So I thought I'd come on and play a little bit with Grover. I love Grover. I can't get my camera over any further, or I would. I really did clean up today. I did earlier. I had cleaned up. And then, I don't know if you want to see the books I have ready to sew. I've been playing around with some ideas and some journal covers. So I made these with Penny. Penny has her live, so I do want to sew these before I glue them all the way down. And this is just I put a little slit in here to put the paper clip in. It's not even glued in. I could take the paper clip off and turn it into a cluster if I wanted to. So that was just a little envelope thingy that I made, and it's already glued, but I think I might still go down the sides here to sew it. And that one all the words are inside, so I didn't even have to worry about that. And then I have this as a small journal. That's the outside and that's the inside. And that I didn't put any I don't have the right kind of quilt batting. I have this thicker quilt batting, which is not the one that, well, it's not the one that Gail uses, let's put it that way. But I'm trying, it's made some cute fluffy ones, but I forgot to put it in this one before I glued it all down. So that one's ready to sew. It's a little wrinkly though. Hopefully it won't be too obvious once it's sewn. And then I've just got some pieces of fabric in there, and that'll get sewn in to tie it with. And then this one does have the thing, and I'm going to sew around the edges. I think these ones I'm just going to use white, and then it's got the cherries. I love the cherries on the inside. And there's white polka dots in here and white polka dots out here, so that's fun. And here's another one of those envelopes. It's in this pile because this is going to be the off-white. But I kind of undid it because I want to put something in here. I'm not sure what. I'm old and I'm country, and that embarrasses you. Of course not. I don't know, maybe that'd be fun to keep in there. Who knows? Okay, and then this one I'm trying something very different. It's an envelope that I cut down a little bit, and then I put the batting inside the envelope just to try something new, so that this is more smooth, but it still got that thickness to it. And then I put paper on the inside, but it's kind of a crinkly paper, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna do. I might have to reinforce these somehow with something, but that's that one for right now. That's just to try. And then there's this one that I basically, with the ends from these bigger envelopes that I cut, like it was a 9 by 12 envelope, so I cut off the end. This one's a little bit longer. I think it was, yeah. So I cut off the end on the envelope, and then I glued the, I'll have to show it to you sometime if it turns out all right. I glued the little things, the top of the envelope together, so that made that little centerpiece. And I glued a piece of paper here, piece of paper there, piece of fabric on the outside with this for there. And then when I sew it, I'm going to somehow, I guess the thing would do like a rectangle. So around here, and sew around here and sew around here. So then it will have, you know, rectangles. So that's a nice spring journal. And then this is the inside. These tend to come out a little bit better, I think, when I like the crinkly sound of them. I wish I had the right batting though. But this has the batting, and I put the lace in there so I have the closure. And I like the green. I've got some yellow fabric that looks really good with this too. I just need to sew those and then I can start filling them. I have a lot of tea dyed paper and food coloring dyed paper that I need to start using. So I made some covers. I could start using those. And you'll notice in the world, oh, sorry, let me unplug that. You will notice in this book that I did use a lot of my dyed paper. Don't go that way. And some of the ones that are, like this is one of the ones that I printed, that I scanned and put the grunge over and printed. And then what I did is, it was like a full piece of paper, and then I folded it in half, and I glued the sides and cut off the top, but it's so short because I kept not getting it straight. That's a challenge. That might be a little easier to do before I sew it in. Alright, and then I have this piece of mail tape that's showing here, so I think this is where I'm going to put my little golden book thing for this one. I won't do that with all of them, but for this one I decided that I would just do that. I mean, I could have done some lace or rickrack or another piece of fabric even, but... And I'm using the art glitter glue, which even I wondered about it when I first heard about it. I was like, what is this art glitter glue? Does it have glitter in it? Even I wondered that. And apparently a lot of people that are new to all this are wondering the same thing. Hold on, I want this to be straight on the... Let's see, it's 1, 2... Of course the fabric's pulled, so it's not really straight. That's going to bug me. Alright, we'll use this line over here. Okay. So we've got that in there. And then originally when I pulled out the papers for this book, I didn't have as many papers. So, and I was going to do it as a 3-ring binder, and then changed my mind. So I kept those papers out to use. Especially this one is wood. And, you know, he makes the wall with wood. And then I have these 2 journal cards that had wood and brick on them, so they will go in their places. And I had some other books with Grover. Pokey Puppy Visits Sesame Street. Grover Moves to Town. But see, he's sad. So this can be that he's sad because there's a monster at the end of this book. And, but you know, I'm silly like that. Alright. No, I have not put my dies away yet. I think it's been 2 days. I threw away paper. That's what I mean when I say I cleaned up. I mean, whatever paper was here this morning, that's what I cleaned up. Alright, so let's see. What's been happening? No, everyone's quarantined, so, well, or homebound, or everyone's dealing with their stuff. So I haven't gone anywhere. My 24-year-old went for a long walk, did his Pokemon Go. My 19-year-old, he was having a harder day today because I think he did some exercising yesterday morning, so he was sore from that. So I just call that having a bad day. A bad autoimmune day. So he took a little longer to get out of bed. But then, oh, here's the exciting thing. This is the excitement of our day. My 19-year-old, the one I was just talking about, he made French onion dip from scratch. He's been watching Alton Brown. He likes Alton Brown. He watches Alton Brown. And he decided that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make that from scratch. No. So he did. It tasted pretty good. My recommendation, though, would be to put less mayonnaise in it. I think it was like the equal amounts of mayonnaise and sour cream, but I don't think you ever need this equal amounts. I think half and half is always good. Like not half and half. Half the amount of sour cream to mayonnaise is what that would be my, I don't have to have that all the way on there. Just have to make sure Grover's, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. It's kind of big, and I could just cut out Grover. He could just be sad by himself. I mean, could cut this. But it might be nice that, you know, the pokey little puppy's going to visit, and so can, alright, so we have this pocket. I don't know what to do with it. And I have, this is avocado dyed paper and some ledger paper. And we already have a pocket here. I have some I Spy paper in here, and I cut off some triangles, and then I just turned this into a pocket, and then there's a small pocket here. Some food coloring paper. I hate splitting up the pages, but they got this big white thing in the middle anyway. More food coloring pages. I have to figure. I think I'm gonna just turn in this into like a tuck. So, you know, do it like this, and then something can be tucked in there. But if I do that, I'm probably gonna back it with something. So, and then this is more food coloring, but also a little bit of my hair dye. So it's a little. I use Arctic Fox, so it's like a conditioner. And so it's got a little, this one isn't as bad as another one that I had. And I do have some decorative pages in here, but not many. And then I forgot about putting an envelope or something in the middle to cover the thing. So I did happen to have pages in the middle. So I just turned them into, just folded that over, turned it into a pocket, because I had that in the middle to see, and I didn't want to cover it up all the way. And I know I don't have to cover up the things, but I wanted to. Oh, this got glue on it from this pocket. Let's see. People might like to just look at it real quick before I start playing with it. And then that's got a little corner tuck there. Yes, I'm turning the pages very fast right now. And then here's the other side of this. I also did a pocket over here. And then some of you have seen this. It's on my Facebook group as a, well, this is the original, and it's on there as a background. It's probably get this part cut off though, because this is legal size paper, and the paper that I use, I mean, when I scan it, I only get, you know, it cuts off that. My scanner bed, my printer, what do you call that? The glass is only so big. And then this is kind of, this paper is a little bit brittle, so I did do the washi tape on there, but I had already folded it once and changed my mind about where I wanted it folded, so there's washi tape there as well, just to keep it from falling off. And then since Grover's building a wall, we have the wall definition, which is awesome because it also has the iconic Charlie Brown and Linus sitting at the wall. More avocado dyed paper, more tea dyed paper, more ledger. Oh yeah, this one's a little bit more soapy feeling. And that kind of, but it also has just food coloring too. This is more food coloring than hair dye. But yeah, the little bit of hair dye that was left over, I added water to it. But it's hard to get to a liquid. It was what the problem was, I think. But it's nice and grungy. It's kind of cool looking. More tea dyed, more food coloring, and this pattern I get from using an aluminum sheet from Hobby Lobby. And then here's one of the pages from the I Spy, which I did the long way and then folded it up and did a little corner pocket. And then one of the food coloring dyed graph papers that I did. I only put one of those in for some reason. And then a shorter cut off piece from something else that I cut off or whatever. Okay, and then this is one of the middle of the signature, and I didn't want to lose that whole page, and especially not that rose. So I folded this over, which actually can open up to be writing space. And then there's a pocket here, and it hides the little bits. And I haven't taped this yet. I haven't glued that yet because I don't know what I'm going to do with the background yet, and I don't want to have to mess with that being glued on. I think there's 15 pages per signature, so that's 30, what's that, 90, 36, 90 for the whole thing. So here's this. And I chose this particular I Spy page because they were building with bricks and kind of, you know, building with wood, kind of like Grover does. But yeah, you could see where the holes kind of are off a little bit, and that made me sad. But it was my first time doing this what do they call it? I'll have to look it up. The 3 something stitch. And there's the other side of the page, and the other side of this. This is one of my favorites, and this is one of my favorite books, so I put it in here. And here we are building the wall. And I don't remember why. Oh, I did that to cover. The hole was really over on here. So I put washi tape in a couple places just to keep it from wiggling. So we have a pocket here. And then this is, oh, we have a pocket down here. And I kept it open because I'm probably going to cover that bit. It's something. Maybe with Grover. I don't know. Maybe with Grover and Big Bird. Maybe that almost works. If I have them go into the next page a little bit. Which does, you know, that wouldn't bother me. I don't know. I'll think about it. And then, let's see. I liked how that page came out too. So, it's kind of a mess, and that was shortly after he said, "You make a mess." Did you know you make a mess? And we're breaking walls, so I also got the word break from the Peanuts dictionary. So, and again, I had folded it and then changed my mind about folding it. So there's this washi tape on here to protect that fold, and then another piece of washi tape so that it doesn't just break and fall right out. And then another piece of washi tape here just to keep it from sliding around because the hole is over too far. In the middle of the signature, this one's a little more soapy feeling. I put a pocket there. But I didn't want to lose this design there. In fact, this might be a good page for this because he's very sad because, you know, it's going to be the end of the page. I don't know yet. I don't know. And then there's another corner tuck here, which I backed it with some book page so that it would be a little bit stronger. Maybe there. But I might back it with something, turn it into a tuck too. This is where I need to put some of the red. Another one of these. That cover it a little bit easier there, huh? Just be kind of a background to whatever I tuck into there. I don't know. I don't know. Another pocket. I am so embarrassed. Should have read it to y'all. I used to read it to my boys. And my boys helped me pick the fabric for the spine. And I did a hidden spine, which I've never done before. Well, I haven't done many of these journals anyway. I've done one 3-ring bound and one that I haven't bound yet. I've just made the cover and I'm working on the insides and I haven't put them together yet. So this one, they're under there. That was, I guess I'm going to have to do a tutorial on that because, I mean, I figured it out, but it's a challenge. And the next time I do it, I will probably I don't know what I'll do. I like that on the inside, the Fabrifix will dry quickly, but then And, you know, it will dry quickly for everything, so I can get moving on stuff. And this still needs to dry overnight. But if I use the Yes paste, then if I make a mistake, I have a chance to fix it. But once I put the holes in, I can't fix it. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it that way again. I might do it like other people and do the grommets and the buttons and the, or whatever. Or use a chisel with their smaller holes. And then the other problem I had is some of my pages were too tall. Like you could see them poking up over even more than, I think I trimmed them. That was, some of these just had gotten out of whack a little bit, and I don't know. I ended up having to trim them a little bit. So there were definitely some issues. Alright, I want to make some stuff for it and put some stuff in it. I do have this. I can decorate. I'm not good with the decorating. I almost would rather just be like, here, have fun, decorate it. Alright, like I said, yeah, I had about 4 different fabrics that I had them choose from, and they chose the 5th one that wasn't even in the pile. Oh, I have this too for a pocket. A corner pocket. Oh, let's put that in. That'll be an easy one to figure out. Let's see. See, I like that. You get this color here, and that I think that's. But then it's on this side. And there's a pocket on the other side of that. Let's see. No. Well, let's see what's on the. That was it. Oh, what was the? Nope, I already had a pocket there. All right, I'm pretty sure I have a blue or bluish page in each one. Also has pink on it too. Could put it here. And it's got the pink from the scissors, and you can see the blue over here, and we have the green here, and that, oh, I think this is where it's gonna go. And I think that yeah, I think I'm gonna back it with paper just to give it a little bit of, what's the word I want? I think it's not big enough or long enough, is it? It'll be mostly backed. That's going to be glued down anyway. Okay. I'm going to use some of my book pages and back this. We're going to back it. Yeah, we're going to back it. Yeah, we're going to make it so it will not break it. Yeah. I don't know. I have issues. I don't have a glue book usually. I probably should. I kind of just do it on the paper I'm going to be gluing it onto anyway. So, you know, if glue gets on it, that's okay. Because that's the whole point. It doesn't matter which way I put this on because alright, of course now it means I have to cut it with my gluey scissors. Which who knows what have one of those. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to be over here where the camera is because there's stuff on my floor and I can't move my camera. Alright, I don't see my gluey scissors. These are my precision scissors. Definitely not those. Okay, then. They're probably... There they are. I knew they couldn't have gone far. I had them not long ago. Yeah, that gives us a little bit of, you know, a little bit more, I don't like to say that word, but stiffness to the paper. Nope, can't do that. That wasn't even the cat, that was just the ghost making my papers fall, apparently. There's no ghost. Alright, so let's see. Nathan made the French onion dip from scratch. It was pretty, it was alright. Yeah, Could use a little less mayonnaise. It wasn't bad. My husband, they all ate a bunch of it, so they obviously liked it. No, the dip that Nathan made. What in the world? How'd that, what? Looks like chocolate. I don't have any chocolate here right now. Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to put something next to Grover's head now. Let's see. This was in the center, but we're getting back to the wood, so maybe we'll just put that in there. Does it look like a wall? I don't know. Where the bricks were back more, right? No, here are the bricks. The brick card has to go here somewhere. Because that's how I roll in the shower. Let's see. What did I do with the... Just had it. Oh my goodness. Did they ever actually show the wall? They just show him building it and then they show it falling down. Grover's wall falling down, falling down. Let's see. So I guess they're going to go in the same signature. I don't know. Maybe we have a pocket back here. We do. We have a pocket right there. Perfect. That was perfect. And he starts making his wall back here. I don't like having them both in one signature. Don't know why. It's just 2 a.m. That's kind of fun. There. I don't know if I'll do more to those or not. Now, here's the problem with Pokey Little Puppy and Grover is they take up like the whole page. Wait, this middle part doesn't have any story in it, so that might be a good page for that. Now what I'm thinking about doing is maybe cutting around. Yeah, I'll just keep it like that, I think. I could just do it in the middle and do it as a pocket. That is a deep pocket. But a tuck is good. Or do you want it next to the blue that's got blue and green? I don't know. I don't have any orange in here. Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? I don't have lines for someone to write on though. I hate to take those pages away from people. Alright, this one's kind of messy. Maybe we'll go on this side though. Alright, it's torn on the edge anyway, so I'm going to cut off the bottom a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, Joe, let's see. Oh, I made it was cold this morning. We're in Northern Virginia and it got quite cold. Not as cold as my poor family up in Maine. Some of them still don't have power. So that was sad. My brother has power now, so that's good. Because if he doesn't have power, he can't sleep at night because he doesn't have his machine. Alright, now it seems a little bit less, what's the word do I want? It seems a little bit less intimidating now that it's a little bit smaller. And that's already backed a little bit, so we will just back it here. Ooh, stay. I'll just stay. I need you to stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry if my hair gets in the way, like all the time. I'm still working on a better camera thing. I don't know. I don't have a good... The problem is the thing that holds my camera. It clips on, and so it's only so long. And then, on top of that, it wants to lean and drift, and it wants to not go as far as I need it to, because I have it on a tripod. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I have it on a tripod, clipped onto a tripod, so it's high enough, but then the part that the camera on is like only 12 inches long, and it bends, so its reach isn't even that long. So I think this glue, I'm starting to see the white. When you can see the whites of the glue, you're glad you bought plenty. I bought plenty of glue. I'm not gonna run out of... I'd be very surprised if I ran out of glue. Like, if I run out of glue, it's gonna be because this stay-at-home order just goes on too long. I have so much glue. So I backed this to give it some heft, just to help it. Which is hard to believe that it's going to do that when you've got wet glue in it. But then it's like, how is this helpful? But I know, because I know from my Bambi one, that it does get nice and, yeah, that's okay. It does, it makes a nice pocket once it's backed. That's what I'm trying to say. Like my blue hair. I'm going here and here. I'm just making it a tuck, that way no matter what I fit in there, it can come out in and out easily. Yeah, my pages are a little crinkly from being dried in the oven and ironed and stuff, so the edges aren't always like real flush. That's the only problem. And you know what I think I'm gonna do on this one? I'm gonna do that. Just round off that one edge that we tuck things into. Alright, let's see. So most of these Grover ones I think I want to put in this section, just because the other one has all the Grover book pages. So it might be nice. That's almost like a wall. I hate doing stuff on the ones that have, like, at least you could have a kind of a straight line on there. Lines, no lines, but it's kind of short. Oh, this one's grungy. Maybe I'll do it on here. So what are we doing? Are we just going to glue it down, maybe? I think we might just glue it down, and I'm going to go... and take away the brown wall, and the background becomes the building, I think, maybe. What do we think? Too late now. Yeah, these were coffee dyed, and some of the, or either coffee dyed or, yeah, I think they were coffee dyed, and they just got more gritty, which is alright. Some people really like that. Alright, I'm just going to glue them in. They're just going to be, the other part of the book has actual book pages, and this one just has some extra Grover. Grover is my favorite. He's my aunt's favorite. My youngest aunt, she's only 2 years older than me. And my cousin's favorite. And we believe my Graham's favorite. Kids today, they probably like the new ones. Like, I know a lot of people's favorites were replaced by, we'll see, like Big Bird might have been like someone's favorite way back when. Alright, Big Bird, we're going to bend your tail, sorry. Oh, don't want to stay down now. Okay, so, the nice thing about putting it on this page is it covers some of the grunge. I mean, we like grunge, but there's sometimes too much. And it doesn't have lines to write on. And then we have the blue and pink here, and the blue and pink over here. I'm thinking a splash of yellow somewhere, I don't know. Could even just put like a little yellow rickrack right here, which I do want to bring some more yellow into the book. And we have this too. So I could even do, let's see, these are already as long as it can be. You could do like, to bring this out a little further. I like the way that layers, though. Is there anything here that has like a plain white, orange, white? This here, that's not going to go with that, is it? But I'll make some tags and stuff with it. No biggie. Like if this had been, some of this I have, this is vintage. I got a thrift store, the ledger paper. Sometimes the paper I get is blank on the back. I can make tags with this, so it's all good. Got some yellow here, and this is actually lime green. So it's, you can, when it's next to yellow, then you can probably see. Let's see, look at the yellow right there. Ah. There pops a yellow here. Oh, that's where I needed something, isn't it? I don't know, would that be too much right next to the pink, though? What else did I have? Besides pink, I don't want to put pink right next to the pink. Except for that should go. Well, it could go that way. I don't really want the pink right next to the pink. It is right after the wood stone wall, but the wall that we broke down. So where's the other one? This is the beginning. Yeah, we're back at the beginning. It's just a feeling, you know it knows that. Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Please. This is where I want to bring in a little bit of the red and pink. Oh, that might work right here, huh? You don't have to do the whole thing. You just do like a stripe of it.